And welcome, or should I say good morning, good day, good afternoon. We have people who are joining us from very many different parts of the day, and we are so excited to be all together to celebrate this, the 11th annual Hope for Freedom Gala, celebrating the 20 years of the Women's Protection Center in Hetauda, Nepal. Welcome, everyone. We are so excited to have you all here with us. And it is my great privilege and pleasure to get to be here to help host this amazing gathering of friends and colleagues and supporters and people from all over the world. So thank you all for coming. And to begin, I have to introduce the person without whom truly none of us would be gathered tonight. She is the founder of the WPC Nepal. She was born and raised in Nepal, went to college here in the Pacific Northwest, a graduate from the University of Washington. She is the mother of two, but the auntie to hundreds. Would you please put a huge virtual welcome together for Leela Gising. Leela, Miss Gising ji, welcome. How are you?
Thank you, Ian, for the lovely introduction. And I like to take this moment to say thank you, everyone, for being here to celebrate our 20-year anniversary. I would like to take this moment to say thank you, our event committee, led by Megumi Moral, and my board members and all the volunteers. Thank you so much for making this possible. Well, my name is Leela Gising. I'm originally from Nepal, and I'm the founder of this organization. I would like to give you a small background about the work that started 20 years ago in Hetauda, Nepal, where I grew up in a small town, and many of you may know and may not know that I was abandoned by my both parents, and my grandmother took care of me, and we were very poor. We didn't have money to go to school, and human trafficking was an everyday life that there wasn't any name and awareness, and many children were disappearing, and I thought that was the getaway for the better life. But later in my life, I found out what was happening around me was a human trafficking, and so I could not stop. We started awareness, just to raise the awareness in the school and the community, so people won't just blindly believe and send their children to the slavery in India and other parts of the world. So then we realized there are more need. People needed a safe home, vocational training, education, and so we have been growing since then. And this year it's been very hard, as we all know, due to pandemic. And I really would appreciate each one of you to be generous as much as you can in this difficult season. Every dollar you donate directly goes to support those children to meet their basic need for a whole year operation cost, their food, education, staff salary, different things. So I would really appreciate. Thank you again, and namaste.
Namaste, Leela. Thank you so much. And I just want to point out, Leela, that so many people are sending you love and support in the chat, like Melissa and Danielle and Perry and Jonathan. Yes, exactly. And Pastor Perry, welcome. And I really want to encourage everyone to come join us in the chat. And Monica, hi, Monica, because this is where we can all be together from so very many places. Barbara, we see you, and Monica, yes, hi Monica, yes, sending love. So please know, and hello Michelle, yes, that if you haven't yet joined us in the chat, it's very easy to do so. You just have to create a free YouTube account, which YouTube calls a channel if you are unfamiliar. If you create a free YouTube account, you will be able to come and join us right here and be with all of these amazing, lovely people who are here. Hello, Peter. How are you? So please consider doing that. And while you are, I also want to mention that we do have an auction that is underway right now. We have some very lovely auction items, which I can see that many of you are aware of because you are bidding on them very diligently, very animatedly. So if you have not yet looked at the auction, I highly encourage you to find our live auction, you need to be logged into our auction software, Greater Giving, and it's very easy to do that. You're gonna find the link, which is just moments from now going to find its way into the chat so that you'll have it right at your fingertips. Once you click on that link, you'll be able to register, fill in a little bit of personal information, and then you can start bidding on any and all of those lovely things. It is also our Greater Giving software where a little later this evening we will be inviting people to contribute towards this amazing work that Lila began 20 years ago, which is amazing. So please do that. Peter, don't tempt me. I'm thinking about the sushi all the time right now. The sushi at your house. Yes, it looks amazing. So we have to begin by thanking an incredible, incredible group who are also so instrumental in bringing us all together tonight. Our sponsors, we really, really want to thank our amazing sponsors. And if you can find the applause emoji, find the clapping hands like Suresh already did, and put your hands together for our amazing, amazing sponsors. Our first presenting sponsor, Tint Sellers. Tint, I just want you to know that in gratitude of your sponsorship, we made sure to have some bottles on hand here as we are hosting. So thank you to Tint Sellers, and cheers. And also to Greenwood Smile Dental, to Next Home Properties, and Dina Donnet Polling. Thank you so very, very much, sponsors. And we also have to thank our amazing, amazing board who do so much work all the time, and definitely in putting together tonight. And you can see, sponsors and board, that people are giving you huge rounds of applause. Danielle and Megan, Ganga, hello, and Arati, people are applauding for all of you. So thank you so much. Ram, hi, welcome. Namaste. Speaking of which, if you need assistance at any point this evening, just ask us in the chat. If you need help with bidding in Greater Giving, we can we can give you a little bit of assistance with that. And I can see that people are joining us from very many places. And so I wanted to ask you all right now, if you could tell us in the chat, where are you joining this evening or morning or day or afternoon or whatever it is, wherever you are? Where are you joining us from? Where are people right now? Where are you being part of this amazing party and celebration? Tacoma, Melissa, awesome. Tacoma, Washington. I was there recently for a little event, and it was lovely. Renton, Maryland, Nepal. Oh, yeah, well, yes, of course, Ganga, you're coming from Oklahoma, Bellevue, Seattle. Pennsylvania. Ben, welcome from Pennsylvania. Hetauda. Well, we know we have some special guests from Hetauda. Everett. Arati is in Hetauda. Shoreline. So we have a lot of people in the Pacific Northwest. There's definitely a group of people joining from Hetauda, Nepal, but also people from all over Virginia. Hello, welcome. And we are so, so excited because honestly, this evening's, morning's, afternoon's celebration is about coming together to support the WPC Nepal. And we're so excited that we are able to do it in this way from so very many different places, but to all be together tonight. So Kenmore, great. Alki Beach, nice place to be. I hope that well, it's a little cloudy, but I hope the sunset was nice. Oh, it's still happening in like a few minutes. Okay. Tonight is about the Friends of the Women's Protection Center in Nepal. As I know so many of you know, San Francisco, Debbie, wow, we've got people from all over. And in case you are new to this incredible community of support, we just want to take one moment and remind everyone that our mission is to end human trafficking in Nepal, one woman, one child, one person at a time. And our strategy is to do that through prevention, protection, empowerment. We support all kinds of various awareness programs in rural villages, in partnerships with local communities to help raise awareness and prevent trafficking. So when people come to the safe home, they receive shelter and food and education, and even more than that, a loving and supporting environment that I have had the great privilege in these last days and weeks to get to know some of the people who live and work at the safe home. And it really is a family. We work to empower women and children through educational scholarships, vocational training, and assistance with starting their own businesses. And through this incredible community of support, through the work of the family and staff at the Safe Home, we are able to build a better future for all of us. So we are so excited to have all of you here. And we have planned something pretty exciting because of this virtual opportunity. We are going to spend the next few minutes visiting with our staff and colleagues in Nepal. But before I invite them to come onto our virtual stage, we wanted to just show you the Safe Home and Hatauda and bring you, if you are not in Nepal, bring you to Nepal so you can see where we are and what we're talking about. So please check this out. I don't know about the rest of you, but other than those of you who are currently in Nepal, I'm almost certain that everybody else really wishes that we were heading there right now. I know I did get to see that video and before, but seeing it again just makes me feel like, oh gosh, I want to go to Hatauda. I can't wait until that's going to make sense. So as I mentioned earlier, tonight we have this very this afternoon. I keep forgetting. It's nighttime here, but I know for our Nepalese colleagues, it's actually morning. So we have the opportunity to actually get to hang out a little bit with the folks who are in Nepal. And I now have the great privilege of welcoming to the virtual stage a person that is so instrumental in keeping the safe home working. She actually herself was sent away from her family in Nepal to look for work in India when she was only 7 years old. And she was the first child to be taken in by Leela those 20 years ago. And she then went to school and excelled in so many ways and has become the executive director of our safe home. Would you please put your virtual hands together for the amazing Ganga Tamang. Gangaji, welcome. We are so glad to see you. How are you? Welcome.
Thank you so much for introducing us. And I just like to say welcome you each and everyone to our this evening gala. And it's my pleasure to welcome you all. Thank you so much for joining us from around the world. And somehow I just like to say, because of the technology that today we are able to connect, through Zoom or through this technology things. So thank you. And just talking about myself, how I got involved in WPC or how long I have been working here. I joined WPC in 2010 as a volunteer. So it's 2021, which means it's been almost like a 10 and 11 year I have been working here. So during my journey at WPC, there were lots of moments where you just, when you look back at what you have done, there are so many memories that which bring you more joy, and seeing the happiness on the community or the children that you have been helping, that makes us more motivated, to go forward in our work. So that is the reason why I love working here, and that is the reason you can say that it's been so long that I'm still involved, and I feel like I'll still go further because I just enjoy my work. I just love working here. It's not that you're doing job at the same time you are changing somebody's life through your work. That's what I love about working here. And yeah, that's how I come to, or I just love working here. And the staff at the organization is very, friendly, and just love working the environment, that's what I like to say about myself.
Thank you so much, Ganga. And I'm sure you can see that people are sending you love and support. And I agree with Steve, such an amazing leader, and we're so, so grateful. Now, Monica, Ganga, if I'm correct, as I was mentioning earlier, the safe home is more than just a safe place. It is a safe home. It is a family where all kinds of family things happen. And so at the safe home, we have our house parents who are a big part of keeping that family moving forward, like parents everywhere. And so, Ganga, I wonder if you would introduce our house parents. Suresh was a pastor for many years and then felt compelled to come and work at the WPC Nepal. And Sumita is his wife. Would you please, Ganga, introduce them? And I know that you are going to translate for them. So would you please welcome Suresh and Sumita Tamang? Welcome.
So I will be translating them. So they will be saying what they feel or they like to say about. तपाईले आफ्नो नाम भन्नुहोस्.
नमस्ते, मेरो नाम सुरेश तामाङ.
तपाईँलाई के भन्नु मन लागेको छ? कति वर्ष
यहाँ काम गरेको अब 10 वर्ष भयो.
It's been 10 years that I have been working here.
Namaste. मेरो नाम सुमिता तामाङ, हाउस मदर, गोर्खा हेटौँडा 9-10 वर्ष भयो काम गरेर.
So my name is Sumita and I'm from a Gorkha district, and it's been 10 years that I have been working in a safe home at Heton. Yeah. So, yeah, that's what they want to share.
Thank you, Suresh and Sumita. We are so grateful for all of your work. Thank you for being so kind as to come on and say hello to all of us. And would some Ganga please tell them that people are sending them love, and maybe they can see in the chat also. So there's actually one member of our Safe Home who wasn't available to come on with us right now. So don't worry, we still get to introduce her because in 2018, the son of one of our board members, Megumi's son, Keita, traveled to Hetauda and became friends with Priya and was part of the work to move everyone into the brand new safe house. And so Priya and Keita actually recently were hanging out on Zoom and gave us permission to share a little bit of their conversation. So would you please welcome Priya Paudel and Keita Megumi. And Keita, sorry, Keita. Here they are.
Hi, Priya.
Hi, Keita. How are
How
you?
are you? Oh, I'm good. I'm good. How are you?
I'm good too.
Yeah, it's been like what, 3 years maybe since I went to Nepal.
Yeah, like you have grown up so much. I was
Yeah,
like,
not that
oh,
much. Just like a few inches. I just wanted to ask you some questions today. Why don't you tell us where you're from?
I'm from Hetauda. I was born in Hetauda. Before I came to the safe home, I was living with my mom and my younger brother. My house is just like 10-minute walk from the safe home where I live now. My mom learned about safe home like WPC Nepal first through Deepa. We go
Okay.
to same church and
Okay.
we are member of same church, so we
Oh,
learned
so
it from Deepa.
so
Yeah,
you were in the same church as Deepa. What made you decide to actually go to the safe home to stay there?
like my home condition.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I grew up in like a really poor family. My father died when I was 9, so our home condition was not good, and my mom had to look after 2 children, me and my younger brother, which was very difficult for her to handle. And yeah, first when I like heard about WPC and getting tuition class from there, at first I was a little shy and I hesitated, but after going to classes and meeting all people, it got me excited to move into the safe home too. Yeah.
So once you moved in, how was life there?
It was totally different when I came to safe home. I was living with all my brother and my mom only, and my mom, she used to be not in home all the time because she had to work outside to look after us. So when I moved into the safe home, there were many people and environment was changed and all the housing and facilities all were changed comparing to my home. It was quite nice. Yeah. It felt totally different how I was living my life.
And then so now you're a warden at the safe home, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So what made you make that change from being a student at the safe home and then becoming a warden?
Is mostly the responsibility that had changed for me. When I was a student, I was cared for and I was treated as the like there were like no responsibilities for me, but after I am warden, my responsibility came and I had to care for others and I had to give what I got when I was a student, like that thing changed.
Do you have any future plans?
I'm studying science, like biology. I'm doing bachelor's in biology.
Okay.
I will probably take like in my major will be zoology maybe.
Oh, do you say geology or zoology?
Yeah, zoology, yeah.
Zoology. Okay.
Zoology, yeah.
Well, thank you for chatting with me, and I would love to go to Nepal soon and see you all over there.
Thank you for inviting me and asking me, and I really hope to see you in Nepal soon again.
Keita and Priya, thank you for letting us be part of your conversation. We really, really appreciate it. And I want you to know, Keita, you probably can see, but Ganga's telling you hello from the kids in Nepal. They're sending you love. And I have a question, because I'm just realizing that many of us who are gathered have perhaps been to Nepal, or that many of you have been to Nepal. I've been to Nepal just for a couple of days once, but so if you have been to Nepal, would you put this emoji into the chat? The world map. Would you put the world map emoji to show us if you've been to Nepal? And if you have not been to Nepal, that's okay. Just put the, you can put, oh, Brian's been. Okay, great. So if you've been to Nepal, that's good. If you haven't been to Nepal, we're assuming you want to go. You could put the tea emoji to indicate that you're wishing you were having chai, because I'm guessing everyone in Nepal is having chai this morning. Peter's been, Perry's been. I can see many people. Okay, so this, and obviously Keita, you've been. Melissa, oh, so many people have traveled. And I assume that you've all had the opportunity to travel to Hatauda, I'm guessing. And I'm just feeling the way that like what you said, Keita, like how much it would be so great to go. So may that come soon. I know, right, Elizabeth? Exactly. You just put the tea in anticipation of that amazing chai that I'm sure is happening. Okay, so while you're thinking about that, I want to just remind you about our auction. There is a live auction. There's not a live, it's kind of live. It's happening live right now. You're all bidding, because I can see that it's going on. Check out our live auction items. Make sure that you are logged in to the Greater Giving website. And I can see that some of you are definitely logged in. And some of you are really interested in that Raffia Madagascar rug. Wow. Congratulations. And there are so many. Missy, I like that. We all want to be like Keita when we grow up. It's true. There is high tea at Dunn Gardens. So if you're dreaming of tea for 10 people, now would be a great chance to catch it. And Tom and Bob, I see that you and Marcia, so many people. And Connie, yes. And Benit, oh my gosh. Steve, so many people. Okay, so don't forget about our auction, because the auction items will all close this evening at 9 o'clock Pacific. If that is not the time zone that you are in, that means everything's gonna close in about 2.5 hours from now. Just under 2.5 hours. No, Perry, not true. The things are not sold. You should be able to bid on any of those things. So you gotta refresh maybe, try one more time. Everything's still available, I promise you. So make sure you check on those. And I now get to bring the next person to our virtual stage. I'm sure by now you've probably been standing there waiting for me to welcome you. I'm so sorry. But he has been the program coordinator for the past 9 years. And I do want to say that as we've been talking about, the Safe Home really is a family. And so his wife is also part of the Safe Home staff, Monica, who we will get to meet a little bit later. And of course, I'm guessing that your beautiful girl is there watching as well, perhaps. And he tells me that when he is not working as the program coordinator, he enjoys spending time with his family and also on his motorcycle. For which I'm very jealous, because I don't have a motorcycle. Would you please give a huge warm welcome to our program coordinator, Ram Mihar. Ram, welcome. How are you? So nice to see you again.
Namaste, good evening. Thank you for this time. My name is Ram Mihar, and I have been working as a program coordinator at WPC Nepal since last 9 years. Before joining the WPC Nepal, I used to work in another non-profit organization, and I used to work among the marginalized and vulnerable people. After coming the WPC Nepal, the major responsibility to me is I create awareness program and teach the women and children and teach them about their rights, their protection and the development. And I would love to share my fun facts also. Uh, I usually dance with my daughter at home, but I can't make it. So after seeing my dance, my daughter always laugh at me. That's the fun parts of me. And and similarly, I would like to share about my strength and also because my strength is I'm a good reader and I'm responsible for my job. And similarly, I would like to share about the I think I can work. I can work with the justice and dignity and the teamwork with my team. That's a good part. I think it's a good part for me. So thank you for this opportunity that I got opportunity to introduce myself.
Ram, thank you so much. And Ram, you mentioned dancing, and people are kind of hoping that you'll dance. But as I don't want to put you on the spot, how about this? Why don't we all put into the chat a dance move? We could give some dance moves to Ram in the chat if you want. So Steve, and if you want to dance, Steve, I mean, I think that's great. And Ram, if you're dancing, then okay, that's very nice of you. So if anybody has a favorite dance move or that they want to put into the chat, Ram, this is whoa, Priscilla. Okay, nice job. I love it. Okay, that is great. Okay, yes, and if anybody else has a favorite dance move that they want to show, I love it. Connie and Priscilla, people are dancing. So Ram, I think you're gonna maybe have to do a dance lesson at next year's event. I mean, possibly, or maybe when people come to visit Nepal. Oh, I like that. Danielle, you are thinking the way that I think. That's exactly right. If anybody wants to wants to make a contribution towards dancing, that's also welcome. Oh, and Marcia, yes, dance like a monkey. I think that's very good. I now get to introduce the next member of our staff, and it is such a privilege to get to introduce her because. She began as a member of the low caste in Nepal and was part of a family without a lot of resources. But she always was incredibly, she was always the top of her class in school. And she would win scholarships for being number one in her class. And those scholarships would be often in the form of school supplies. And unfortunately, her father passed away and her mother became ill and was not able to take care of her. And it was at that point that a neighbor contacted Deepa from the WPC Nepal, and Arati came to the safe home when she was 12. In the ensuing years, she has continued to be an incredible powerhouse when it comes to academics, and she has recently been leading the monthly online international Zoom gatherings, which you are all invited to. And also, she is currently interning with our executive director, Ganga. And so it is my great, great privilege. And before, sorry, Arati, I know you're ready. But before I invite you, I just wanted to tell people also that you have a piece of art in our auction that people should definitely bid on. I think it is item 21B maybe. So make sure you check that out. So now, we are so grateful that you are here to share your story with us. Please welcome Arati Bogatai. Arati, welcome.
I'm very happy to share my story with all of you. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. So let me start my story. Okay. So before I came in the WPC Nepal, I was living with my small family. There were my mom, my brother, and me. And my father passed away when I was 7 or 8 years.
So I was so little at that time, and the economic condition of my family was so weak, and the economic condition was being so weak day by day because there were no the family member of my family uh, really working and earning. So there were no one to work and earn for our family. So it was very hard time, and sometimes there was uh, the problem of food. Like we didn't have food for our dinner, so it was very hard time. So at that age, I was really good at school. So I always got the first rank in my final grade, final exam in my school year. So I always got the first prize in my school. The stationery that a child needs, like book, copy, pencil, bags, like that. So I always got, and I at that age I was very happy to reduce half of pressure from my mom, like how to purchase the stationery for me from my mom. So I was happy at that age to reduce some of pressure from my mom. So I was happy to be one of the part of my family. And then I got opportunity to enter in the WBC Nepal with the connection of one of my neighbor. She knew the Deepa Guru, president of our WBC Nepal, and with her connection, with the help of her, I finally entered in the WBC Nepal. And then I really got the opportunity to be here, and still now I'm staying here with my big family. So I got the love from my family. So I'm very happy to be here, and I'm really enjoying my time here. So yeah. And the further planning about me is I have planning that after I complete my +2 level this year, I'm planning to take the bachelor level, which is 5 year bachelor level in law faculty. So, and after 5 year, I will become a advocate, a professional advocate. So, and then I don't have to depend on other because I will have my one job on my one hand. So I will be the helper from my family. So that's my dream. And thank you so much, everyone, for your wonderful time with me. And thank you for welcoming us. And thank you so much for inviting us. And we really enjoy, and I'm very happy to be here with you.
Arati, thank you so much for sharing your story. And I'm just sort of overwhelmed, I'm just thinking, everyone else, Arati, don't listen for one moment, but I'm just thinking that I'm imagining this person who is always the top of her class, and imagine when she is a lawyer working on behalf of all of the people that she is going to support. And it is that incredible reality that is part of what makes the WPC Nepal such an amazing place. So Arati, thank you. And to everyone, wow. This is the portion of our evening where I get to ask you if you can directly contribute to all of the work, all of the young children and women that we are feeding and housing and creating family for and building for the future. Because as we said earlier, our goal is to end trafficking in Nepal. One student, one child, one person, one woman at a time. And if you are able to make a contribution towards this work, we would be so grateful. And you can contribute any amount that makes sense for you, but perhaps you might consider one of these amounts. We have a very big goal of raising $60,000 this evening. So if you could help us with $12,000, that would cover an entire year for 10 children of food and medicine and education and shelter and counseling. For $5,000, that's a 4 years of university scholarship. Unfortunately, not here in the United States, but in Nepal, that could create, that could help somebody like Arati to have an advanced degree and be able to take on the big challenges. At $3,000, you could help for a college scholarship, which is like our high school for a student. For $1,200 a year of food and medicine and education, $500 does a day outing for 35 children, including transportations and foods and games, or maybe a new TV for the safe home. All of these things are so important. For $50, you could give 27 kids a meal. And we would love to have every person with us this evening. If you're able to make a contribution right into our Greater Giving website, that's where you can make a contribution right now. And all you have to do is go to Greater Giving, and you'll see where it says Fund a Need. And if you're able to make a gift of any amount into that Fund a Need, we can reach our goal of $60,000 raised this evening. And I will say that there are people who are already, so the Parnell Family Giving Fund, thank you, and Renee, thank you, and Steve, thank you, thank you, thank you. We're so grateful, and Ed and Eddie, oh my gosh, thank you for your incredible generosity. So many people. Kelly, thank you so very, very much. We are so grateful. Anybody who's able to help us with any amount, we would love it. And just to be certain, you want to go to Greater Giving, and we're going to put the link right now in our website, in our chat, so that everyone has it right at their fingertips. Then you want to click through and just fill in your information, and you'll be able to make a contribution. Tara, thank you so very, 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 very much. We are so, so grateful. Now, I want to just tell you, some of you may have participated in this event last year. Elizabeth, thank you so much. And you may know that a little tradition was begun. Brian, thank you so very, very much. We are so grateful. And the tradition was that our board member, Michelle Peach, who has been so helpful in putting together this evening, she said she would be willing to whoa, Barbara, thank you. We are over $10,000. Stephen, Nancy, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. We're so grateful. So wait, hold on, Michelle, but you're not off the hook. She said she'd be willing to take a pie in the face if we achieved certain goals in our Raise the Paddle. So Michelle, I believe you are ready to make good again this year on this offer. And Jerome, thank you so much. I can see that Michelle is in fact ready. So Michelle, I think we should do this. Are you, Michelle, you're feeling up to this challenge? I think if we hit $11,000, you should be willing to take a pie in the face. I think that sounds good. So if anyone can help us to reach $11,000, then Michelle is going to receive a pie in the face. And remember, we have a very big goal. We are hoping to raise over $50,000 if possible. So if there's anyone who can help us with any of these amounts, remember, any amount works. 12,000. Tara, thank you so much. And we are at $10,425, which means we're only about $500 away from getting to watch Michelle take a pie in the face, which, even though we really appreciate your work as a board member, Michelle, but we even more appreciate that you're willing to do this crazy, silly thing, and we would sort of love to see it happen. So if there's anyone... Shannon, thank you so very, very much. We're so close. If anyone, I see that Meg is hoping that it's a pumpkin pie. I have no idea if that is possible. Probably the pie has already been purchased. But if we can make it, thank you so much, Mrs. Angie E. Lee. And we are only 200. Susan, thank you. Okay, we are $75 away. Michelle, I hope you are ready. Stephanie, thank you so much. We are $75 away from this pie arriving and I'm sure, Michelle, you're hoping that this is going to happen, right? Because then you get to, try the pie that is waiting for you. Yes. Is there anybody that might be able to help us? Was that? Whoa, Jay! Over 11,000. Michelle, that's it. At Every Nation Church, thank you. We are over 11,000. Michelle, it's time for a pie. Are you ready? Here it comes. Here it comes. I can't wait. Yes, close your eyes. Take a deep breath. And the pie, yes, here. Oh, there it is. And the pie is coming. Ah! Oh, Michelle, I hope that whoever is helping you with that is somebody that is, yes, I think has your best interest in heart. Okay, perfect. And I'll just say this, Michelle, I'm assuming you bought more than one pie. I really hope you did. If we make it to $20,000, then I think Michelle should be willing to do one more pie. Michelle, I'm putting you on the spot. But so if we can get to $20,000, which is only $8,575 away. Perry, thank you so very, very much. If we can get there, and while you are being so generous, I do need to introduce one more person. And I have to say, he was just in the chat, and I'm guessing because he is focused right now on his computer because he is the person that is counting all of this generosity that is coming in right now. Because since 2016, he has been our treasurer at the Safe Home. So if you could help me in welcoming a person who grew up in a rural village. Oh, and thank you, Monica. We're so grateful. Grew up in a rural village. And was always also an incredibly dedicated student. He went to college, became the treasurer for a Catholic school in Kathmandu, and then I am gonna mention your lovely wife because he happens to be married to our executive director Ganga, which is part of why he came to Hatauda to join the WPC Nepal. Peter, thank you so much. We are so grateful. We are over $12,000, which means getting towards 20,000. So Jerome, I hope you're seeing all of this coming in. And with the rest of you, please welcome to our virtual stage, Jerome Gale. Jerome, namaste and welcome. So nice to see you.
Hello and namaste everyone. My name is Jerome Khale. I'm originally from Dhating district, but now I live in Hedauda, Makanpur district. I have been working in WPC Nepal since 2016 as a finance and admin manager. I'm so happy to tell about myself today. So I'm really thank you to everyone to give me this opportunity. I love to work in account field because it's a job that comes with a high level of responsibility and accountability. And I desire to work under busy schedule and strength too. That's why I love to work in account field. I just want to tell how came in WPC Nepal and personally. So before I joined in WPC, I was in one Catholic missionary school for an accountant for 4 years. So when I get married with my beautiful wife, so I came with my wife in Hedauda. So then I joined in WPC Nepal. So this way I came, I joined with WPC organization. And once again, thank you so much for opportunity to talk about myself and my organization, what I am doing in WPC Nepal. Thank you so much.
Ram, thank you so very, very much. And I know you are that you are probably doing a lot of work right now. So thank you for taking a moment. And we are over $12,300 in our Raise the Paddle, and we are so grateful. So Ram, it's up to you right now. Oh, and Missy and Brian, thank you. We are so grateful. Oh, Tushar Kumar, is that the Tushar Kumar that I know? If it is, Dr. Kumar, welcome. And we are so excited to have you here. It's so great to see you. And Josue Rios, thank you. Jose, thank you so much. We are so grateful to have all of you helping. And I do have to, now, okay, I'm excited because you're all being so generous and we are almost at $14,000, but I know that the next person is waiting to talk to us. So would you please welcome another member of our staff. And as I mentioned earlier, she happens to be married to our program director, Ram, but much more importantly, she is our counselor in the Safe Home. So would you please welcome our counselor, Monica Mihar. Monica, namaste, welcome, how are you?
Namaste, good evening, everyone. First of all, I would like to thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to introducing myself in front of you all. Thank you so much again. My name is Monica Pariyar. I have been working here as a paraprofessional counselor since 2 years. And I'm so enjoying with my job because my main job responsibilities is here to counseling with children and women. And they all are collaborating with me so nicely. So I'm so enjoying with my job. I have 5 numbers of family in my family, 5 numbers, and they are my husband, my father and mother's-in-law, and my cute little 4 years daughter. Okay, I'm 30 years old, married girl, and I am going to share my job experience short term. That is, my main responsibility is here at WPC is, I already said that counseling with women and children, and I help them for surviving their life easily by making them mentally or psychologically well-being. And I'm so glad to be a counselor of here and so glad to be a part of this organizations too. I want my fun facts, sharing my fun facts too. I don't have lots of some fun facts like others, but I'm remembering one. That is, but my fun facts is I can't control my foodie behaviors. I love food so much. You also, yeah, I love food so much, and sometimes I think that today I'm not going to eat so much foods, especially junk foods, but I can't control my foodie behavior. When I see the foods, I started to having it so fast, before than others. Junk food never ever allow me to be a fit. So that's my fun fact. And when I introducing myself, I have to share about my strengths too, and that's I'm a hardworking, I'm a quick learner, and I'm an honest person. Thank you so much. That's all of me. Thank you so much.
Monica, thank you. Yes, I also really love snack foods. And actually, we're so grateful for you talking with us. And I was wondering, in the spirit of this international gathering of friends, maybe we could all share what our favorite snack foods are. So, Monica, you have some favorite snack foods in Nepal that I would love to know what they are. So, if everyone would just put into the chat, what's your favorite snack? Do you like any of these things? If you like, pizza, definitely. Let's see, a favorite snack food for me, it takes me to my grandmother, and it's crunchy Cheetos. Pie, yes. And steamed momos. Priya, Priscilla, donuts, I don't know what those are, but they look amazing. I want the nuts and dates. Oh, Barbara, well, that's actually a good snack. That's a great snack to love. Oh, burfi, yes. And samosa, oh, and I don't know, new ramen maybe. Okay, so yes, can everyone, oh yeah, momos, oh my gosh, so delicious, momos. That really takes me to, to Nepal. And I can see cashew. Okay, yes, exactly. Great. So thank you so much. Oh my gosh. Oh, Tom Roberts. Thank you, thank you, thank you for your incredible generosity. Tom, taking us over $25,000. Tom, we are so grateful for your gift of $12,000. Amazing. And Beneath, thank you so much. Wait, hold on. That means we are over $20,000. Michelle, we're over $20,000. We are over, so I'm pretty sure that means, are you still... You haven't even cleaned up all the way. Okay, I love this. Michelle, pie number 2. Yes, there it is. Okay, that's great. Amazing. We are almost to $30,000 raised. Michelle, I don't know if you have a third pie, but okay, if we get to 40, find a third pie. Maybe make one. If we get to 40,000. I say that Michelle does a third pie. Michelle, let me know if that's an impossibility. Steve, thank you. Steve, we are so grateful for your incredible generosity. We are almost to, I know, right, Debbie? Michelle is really willing to do this. We're so grateful. But I do have to welcome one more person. You can continue to send generosity to the WPC Nepal in any amount. I just want to say that any of these amounts that feel right, or if there's some other amount that feels right to you, I will say that we are $2,375 away from $30,000. And if anybody wanted to donate that specific amount, it would take us to $30,000, which would be very exciting. Maybe that's what we should make. Maybe that's when Michelle has to do another pie. Maybe it's 30,000. I don't know. 30K, or maybe it's, yeah, and it is not impossible. Oh, that's good to know. Okay, well, let me introduce one more person, and forgive me. It would be I know you're waiting. This next person came to the Safe Home when she was not getting enough to eat. She was young and she was struggling with school, probably because she wasn't getting enough to eat. And after she came, all of that changed. She became a vibrant part of the family at the Safe Home. She is currently going to college for accounting and is interning with Jerome. Would you please welcome our accountant intern and member of our Safe Home, Priscilla. Priscilla, welcome. We are so glad to see you. Welcome.
Hello, namaste. My name is Priscilla, and I came to this organization when I was 9 years old, and many of you know that I grew up in this organization, and many of them know that. And then the most exciting thing for me is that I'm learning to work in finance as a volunteer, and then I'm also the treasurer of the organization. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Priscilla. We're so grateful. And I know, I'm assuming you and Jerome, are hard at work, because we are at $28,325. And it is almost time to celebrate and end this live stream. And I want to say, if we get to 30,000, Michelle, I say one more pie. So if you all can help us, maybe somebody can help us make it to $30,000. We are only $675 away. And I do want to remind everyone about our auction items. Those auction items will be closing in just under 2 hours. They will be closing at 9 p.m. Pacific time, which is just under 2 hours from now. So if you're in a different time zone, like all of our friends in Nepal or wherever you may be, make sure you're not losing track of time. I do want to say many of the items, Perry, thank you so much. We are so grateful. Many of the items in our auction have guaranteed purchase prices. So if you want to be sure that you are the top bidder, just hit the Buy It Now button, and then that item belongs to you. No one can outbid you on that item. So you might want to consider that if you're worried that it's going to get close to 9 o'clock and then you're going to lose out. I also want to thank the incredible volunteers. I want to thank all of the board and everyone who helped bring us all together tonight. We are so, so grateful to all of you for being so willing to jump into this virtual space. So Steve and Priscilla and Debbie, I mean, it's so fun to have people here. And we are just $575 away from one final pie. I just want to say that in case anybody wants to help us get there in these last moments. This Raise the Paddle, we are going to leave it open until the end of the day Monday. Because if you know anyone who was not able to be here with us today, tonight, tomorrow, whenever it is, but that might like to make a contribution in support of the WPC Nepal, Kayla, thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh my gosh, we are so close. Oh, and of course I was off by $1,000 on my math. I'm sure all of the, Jerome is probably like shaking his head at me. We are 1,200 and $325 away. So, okay, but you can still help us get there. If you help us get to $30,000 like Kayla just did, thank you so much, then, you know, we'll end this night with one more pie in Michelle's face, which seems somewhat appropriate. One other thing that we want to invite all of you to do, which is please sign up for our Instagram. Andrea, thank you, thank you, thank you. Please come to our website and sign up for our newsletter because that's how we can continue to stay in touch with you. And we do want to be in touch with all of you. And please keep in touch with each other because it is this community, it is this family of support that makes the work possible to end trafficking in Nepal. We will get there. So thank you all so very, very much. And one final huge thank you to the staff, to our amazing colleagues in Nepal for being up early to be with us as you are. We are so, so grateful. And staff, I'm gonna turn it over to all of you. Thank you so much. It has been such a privilege to be part of this evening with you. Thank you. Good night.
Hello. Good evening. Well, we just want to say thank you each and everyone for connecting us and for our all continued donor and who have been joining us tonight. We just want to say from entire WPC families, thank you so much for your valuable time and joining us. And it was being pleasure and blessed to be a part of this evening. So everyone, good night.
Good night. Namaste.
Namaste.
Wait, there's one more thing. Mark, you are so generous. Thank you so much. And Michelle, I'm really sorry, but Mark just helped us go over $30,000. And so I saw what happened, and we are going to slow it down because it just happened right when we hit 30. And I think you all deserve to see how wonderful this happened. It was, you were all talking to each other. Michelle, this is what just happened to you. I'm sure you can see. Are you ready for this? Third pie. Slow it down. Slow-mo. Yep. Oh yeah, hit $30,000. Here it comes. You're happy. Boom. Thank you all so very much for your amazing generosity. Please have a wonderful morning. Have a wonderful evening. Namaste. And thank you. Good night. Good morning. Good night.